Yes. We flipped a house that we lost $100,000 on. And what went wrong was everything, but the real secret sauce was with a townhome. And the townhome had a lot of restrictions on the construction side that we didn't know about. We were buying it. And so just getting construction crews on site took much longer than we thought. Getting permitting from this HOA and all that stuff was a real issue. But man, you want to talk about a pucker factor when you're about to take a six-figure loss. But Leo, I'll tell you, man, my wife and I, after that deal closed, we were celebrating at dinner that night because it was just one of those things where you breathe a sigh of relief when that kind of
Right.
project gets off of your plate, right?
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Investor Fuel Podcast. I am your host, Leo Wehdeking, and today I am joined by someone I've been looking forward to chatting with, Donny Coram, who's been making serious moves in the real estate industry. Donny, glad to
How
have you
doing?
here, man.
Hey, glad to be here, Leo. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Donny, listen, I think our listeners are really going to take away something from how you've been dealing with your real estate business nowadays. So let's dive in, all right? And for people who may not be familiar with your world, can you give us the short version on what's your main focus these days?
My main focus is helping investors to build wealth through real estate. I call myself a real estate wealth strategist, which means there's multiple ways you can build wealth in real estate, but I try to focus on a custom tailored approach to the clients that I work with to help them to build wealth. For me right now, the best place to be doing opportunities is in the foreclosure market. So we are focusing on our foreclosure profit system, where I help investors to find, figure, fund, fix, and flip a foreclosure deal with a target profit of $25,000 or more.
All right. That's cool. And what markets are you operating in?
Right now, we have hubs in the Colorado and Arizona markets. We are expanding to Nevada in the relatively near future, but our goal is to be national. There are going to be foreclosures in every market across the country. The key there is getting the construction systems dialed in those markets prior to doing a full launch. So we are building construction teams in Arizona right now. We've got some very established construction teams in Colorado, and we're working on Nevada. But over time, we're creating a framework where clients can build their own construction framework or teams around them, so we can do foreclosure flips anywhere in the country.
All right. Love it, man. That's actually pretty cool. Now, Donny, something that actually caught my attention, it's the way that you've been able to help people flipping houses, all right, and giving them a win of $25,000. Can you explain us how you've been able to integrate all of that into real estate?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah, I started out as a real estate agent. I was a licensed agent for 17 years. I realized that most agents are looking for the commission. So they want to sell people the most expensive house they can find, 'cause that's how they support their families. And I'm not knocking that. But the way I incorporate my structure is looking at it the opposite way. We want to maximize our return on investment by buying the least expensive property that can provide a consistent $25,000 or more return. Now we're targeting that return. I've got clients that have made $60 and up to $72,000 on a deal. So we're not necessarily settling for 25K, but by doing the metrics up front, which I think a lot of investors failed to do because they're focused on the emotion. It's very hard not to get emotional about a trade at this size. You're buying an ugly house for $200,000 to $300,000. You got to figure out the construction methodology. You got to do the interior design. And then after all that's done, you got to expose yourself to an unpredictable market that might sell the house in a week and a half, or the way it is right now, houses are taking much longer to sell because interest rates are higher. So with all that emotion involved, investors tend to not do as good of a job. So what I'm doing is taking my real estate wealth strategy and helping people who are properly acclimated to find, figure, or analyze, fund, fix, and then flip that deal for the 25K profit that we can provide by doing the math up front before we even start the project.
Hey, that's cool. That's cool. And let me ask you something, Donny. What does an investor need, to work with you?
So there are 3 requirements right now to be in the foreclosure profit system. Number 1, you must be willing to buy in our current target markets, which are currently encompassing Colorado and Arizona. Nevada should be on by fourth quarter of 25. So you must be willing to buy in my state, regardless to where you're located. And that's where some people get disconnected because I need to go to the house. Ideally, no. Okay, we really want you to work from your market, wherever you happen to be. We're running the construction and all the systems, so you can do this from anywhere in the country or world. Number 2 is you must be liquid. Whereas we used to say liquidity was about $50,000, because we are now buying a more expensive home, because the higher end homes are moving at a better clip than the entry level homes, current liquidity requirements are closer to $75,000 to $100,000 to get into a deal. You can use your IRA to flip a property. You can use cash. You can use equity in your home to get the money you need to do a deal, but you have to have 75 to 100K in liquidity today to do a deal. And then the most important thing, Leo, to me, as far as what my clients need to have, is coachability. And what I mean by coachability is, after 400 deals of experience and 20 years of experience in doing this, I really want to direct people on the right path to get there. But you'd be shocked at how many people pay for professional consulting or coaching only to argue with the coach or consultant that's offering the advice. So for me, if you're going to sign up for my program, I have one ask, and it is that you do what my team asks you to do, because it makes our lives so much easier when you do that.
Definitely. And that's actually not easy, making coaching a person and not having that person, like
Listen to
bringing
you.
up, listen to you and bringing up questions.
Right.
Sometimes
I
they
don't mind the
think they know.
questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know. But sometimes when I say about questions is that sometimes, they're the ones who wants to ask the questions and at the
Right.
same time
That's
answer
right.
them.
That's right.
Like they think they know everything, but what they don't know is that you hired a professional to do it for you. Okay, so let the professional advise you. So
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, that's
And some people are wired that way, right? And some people are just not. And then I think that's a big challenge, whether you're a financial advisor, wealth strategist like myself, is all the advice in the world is not valuable if the people don't take the advice,
all right. And Donny, let me ask you something. What's been the recipe, or what's the key, of for keeping your business running smoothly?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I think it's following my process. The first step is we got to find a deal. And people take for granted right now because there are deals all over, but not all deals are suited to all people, right? So the goal is to find a deal that really follows where your current knowledge level is. So we find the right deals for our clients, not just any deal, right? Then the figure stage or the analysis. We spend a good 3 to 4 hours per property, and that's just on the computer work, not counting our construction estimates, labor estimates, material estimates. We spend a lot of money to do proper analysis on the property to make sure we found a right deal and it's a good deal for the client. Then the funding. We've been struggling with doing hard money loans, and hard money is great as long as you're going to sell the property fast, but because
Exactly.
the market's going slower right now, where we have to budget for more time in the hard money. So people have to get, to fund the deal correctly. If you can go conventional finance, now's a good time to consider going conventional because the rates are much cheaper and you can own the property for longer. The fixed stage, we already talked about. There's all these moving parts, Leo, when you're trying to get a construction flip done, right? So we assist with that. And finally, the actual flip, where we partnered with agents where we can get it listed and sold for a listing commission as low as $2,500 because our partner agents know that we can bring them a bunch of value, which is something that most individual investors can't do. So the secret success in my business has really been following this process over years to find, figure, fund, fix, and flip with a very predictable result at the end.
All right, man. That's cool. That's cool. Now, Donny, I know that every operator that I know, all right, has a moment where things got real. Maybe a deal that went sideways or a time that, that they had to pivot real fast. Do you mind sharing one of those moments?
Yes. We flipped a house that we lost $100,000 on. And what went wrong was everything, but the real secret sauce was with a townhome. And the townhome had a lot of restrictions on the construction side that we didn't know about. We were buying it. And so just getting construction crews on site took much longer than we thought. Getting permitting from this HOA and all that stuff was a real issue. But man, you want to talk about a pucker factor when you're about to take a 6-figure loss. But Leo, I'll tell you, man, my wife and I, after that deal closed, we were celebrating at dinner that night because it was just one of those things where you breathe a sigh of relief when that kind of
Uh,
project gets off of your plate, right? And suddenly you're free,
exactly.
right? So it was painful to get through it, but the ending was totally worth it. We learned so much from that situation, and now I can pass that knowledge on to my clientele, so they don't have to make the same mistakes that I made in building their flipping operation. We can skip all the dumb stuff and get to the part where you're making money much sooner.
All right, all right. Yeah. And you know what? And this is my personal opinion. I honestly think, that what you did is what separates people, who just dabble from the one who actually stay in the game long term. Okay.
Yes.
You need to know how to get up once you fail or once you're failing. All right. So yeah, you saw, you saw an opportunity over there. You learn a lot from it. So that's actually very good. Now, let me ask you something, Donny. Now, what are you most focused on solving or scaling next?
The client attraction system, quite honestly, Leo. I mean, I think our system and framework's pretty dialed in, but where we struggle is bringing in the right client for the system. As you know, flipping is not for everybody. And people come into this from watching the flipping shows, and they get excited because they saw A&E flip this house and it got done in 30 minutes. They got this beautiful house. That is a reality TV show, but it is not reality, right? And
Exactly.
so and people don't get that when they come to me. So we're really working on filing the right client avatar to maximize the success of the clients we do bring into the system, because people who are not well suited to foreclosure flipping simply shouldn't. And there are other real estate wealth strategies that might be more acclimated, and that's why my firm can handle any other strategy, including buying Airbnbs or rental property, etc. But we're really focused on the foreclosure flipping opportunity right now because there are so many great properties coming to market, making that a good place to focus our investment on today.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Okay, man, that's actually pretty big, pretty big. Now, Donny, I know that a lot of people that are listening, they're either early in their journey or they're just looking to level up. All right. And I think they will benefit, from hearing this. When it comes about building relationships and growing up your network, what's made the biggest difference for you?
I think being open to new ideas. I think you have to be networking constantly. And a lot of people, we all hit a certain age, right? And suddenly the idea flow is not as strong as it was. You start getting resistant to what the future. Real estate is changing before our eyes right now. The construction model, right? We're having conversations where AI is putting scope of works together for us, right? So the world is changing drastically. So the key to networking is networking for me with people who are ahead of where I am technologically, right? They're looking at what the future
Exactly.
of real estate is going to be, not what it was in the past. I'm buying into a home inspection company, and here you have a guy who's been doing home inspections for 30 years, kind of the same way. He's got his little check pad, and he's going through it, right? He's not going to change, right? I'm not saying it's not important to gain from the wisdom of the past, but it's so important, especially in real estate, to constantly be learning from what the future of the model is going to be, because that's what keeps you forward thinking and able for me to serve my clients better, because we are always looking at what the next thing in real estate is going to be to try to anticipate it and start incorporating that technology before it's available.
Yeah, and now that you mentioned that, a lot of people are implementing AI into their businesses, not only in real estate, okay? Because the thing is that it automates everything,
Yes,
okay? And it makes your job easier,
100%.
Yeah, so that's actually that we're gonna be seeing, for a long, long, long time nowadays.
Yeah.
People integrating technology into their businesses.
Yes.
Um, hey, all right, man. And listen, before we wrap up, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, or maybe collaborate or learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Best way is to check out my website, foreclosureprofitsystem.com. Again, that's foreclosureprofitsystem.com. Head on out there, schedule a no obligation call. I like to really get to know my clientele before we decide if we're going to work together or not, because I've had some bad experiences, right? So schedule a no obligation free call with me on that website. Let's see if this is the right fit for you. And if it is, I would love to help all of your listeners to get started in foreclosure investing, but it's got to be the right timing. It's got to be the right financial move for you. And you got to have the confidence you can take the guidance of being provided by my team with over 100 years of experience, 400 personal flips for myself, and 1,000 flips amongst my team. You can't go wrong bringing in the group of people that I've assembled to do this, but you got to be ready to take on the stuff that flipping's going to throw at you, and it always throws something.
Okay, all right, perfect. Well, listen, Donny, I really appreciate your story, your time, and also your perspective. All right, we need actually more people like you in this space
Thank
doing
you.
it the right way. All right,
I really
and for those of you tuning in, if you got value from this, just make sure you're subscribed. All right. We got more conversations coming with operators just like Donny, all right, who are out there building real businesses. Until then, see you on the next episode, guys.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.